Welcome to Walk Around Wednesdays. Okay, this is where we're going to have a vlog style video of updates on projects. So if there's anything you want to see that we're working on as far as projects, specific parts of the project, tools, parts, products, anything like that, drop a comment below. Wednesdays are where we're going to talk about those things. So no work really happening on these Wednesdays. But a good way for me to give you an update and a good preview on what's going on with them, because this is going to be ahead of the Sunday video, so you'll get to see what's kind of happened in advance. And the reason I'm doing these is, well, I forget. There's lots of things I forget to show on these Sundays, and I'm going to try to make up for it here. So today we're going to check out the 49 Chevy. Let's go have a look. All right, so we've been working on the 49 Chevy truck. A little bit of history on this truck is we built it about 13 years ago. Husband and wife truck, been in the family for a long time, and we built a really nice driver truck, so we thought. The owners ended up really getting involved in the show circuit, doing that ISCA show circuit thing, and they love it, and it's just a big hobby of theirs, and they're really serious about it. So this truck has ran that circuit for a while. Now it's going to the World Finals in January, and we're basically redoing the entire truck over this, I guess, 9-10 month period break that we've had between the shows, so he can show back up and kind of just have a totally different truck. So when we initially built it, it's the color you see now. It's a black carbon, it's a black metallic, looks really nice. We built it on an S10 chassis back then that was still super nice. We rebuilt the chassis, stripped it, painted it. It looked really good. It just had off-the-shelf aftermarket wheels. Stance was pretty good. Just a small block in it, carbureted, and lots and lots and lots of chrome. And we don't really do a lot of chrome anymore. So here's what we've got going on now. So we've got the small block that we were running before. We're going to swap out the master and booster and go to a Willwood master cylinder, which should look nice. We're going to keep some of the polished and chrome accessories on here. We did color match, it's hard to see right here, the block to some of the accent colors that's going to be on the truck. We now have a stacked injection from Speedmaster, which looks really cool. I really like this injection system. Going to engine panel everything, I don't think we're gonna have time to make the show if we do all that, but we'll bring it back and do that once we hit this January thing. So another thing we've done since we're up front is we were going to build a front valance piece for it. We don't really have time to do that either, so I found one of these fiberglass pieces. Still didn't fit worth a crap, so we had to cut it in a couple of places and actually make it fit. So we're gonna come back at a later time and actually make a panel for the front that's got a little more attitude, I guess you would say. As we move on back, you can see we've got intro 18s up front. We got 20 by 10 intros in the rear. Got some wide meets on there now, but one of the big things that we've done, something I really like to do on all the projects, Roadster Shop chassis. So this is their fully TIG welded chassis. So no MIG welds on this one. We've got a Ford 9-inch rear end, 4-link, coilovers. Got a fuel cell back here now. What we're working on at the moment is, now that we've got the bed removed, we're starting to build the exhaust to get all that mocked up. We're basically getting the whole truck mocked up before it goes back into paint. So final assembly should be pretty straightforward. On the inside, the truck did have like a more of a modern, I forget what it came out of, but it was a bench seat, but it was out of a later model, like the rear of a truck, and it was all covered. And it looked nice, but it just didn't really suit the truck. It sat up a little too high. So we swapped these out to buckets. These are actually new Nissan Altima seats. These are kind of the ones I like to go to if we don't have time to build a full custom seat, because they have big bolsters. So once they get covered, they kind of have that custom look to it. We built just a simple waterfall console that comes down. And right now I'm working on the lower panel. So I built panels in front of the seat that come down to the floor. We've got that one in metal. We've got this side made now. This is all Apex leather, really nice stuff we use in all of our builds. And then we're also using Apex leather square weave carpet that's gonna go on the floor and it'll be bound in their leather as well. So other than the doors being in the body shop, they're ready for paint. We have Ken Diggett door handles in those, looks really nice. Thing I like most about the truck, what we've done, is what's happening on the bed. So we came up with kind of a rear section that we thought would stand out a little bit. This is a split bumper rear end roll pan. We're not doing the exhaust, and we've kind of swooped these stake pockets. So going off this drawing we made quite a while ago, we've basically made all that happen. So we've got our stake pockets that have the nice swoop design in them now, all TIG welded and finished out, ready to start body work. We've teardropped the top bed rails, so they swoop in. The fronts follow that same path, so it kind of curves with the cab. That looks really good. We've got a roll pan built. So we made all of this. I don't really like the ones that you can just buy on these trucks in particular because they're very boxy. They come down really low, they're really tall, so we made more of a modern style roll pan. We've got our tail lights in it. We've got our split bumpers built. We used a bumper from a 68 Camaro. We had one laying around, looked like it would work. Turned out it actually worked really well, saved us from having to build anything from scratch. Kind of fits in there, as you can see, fits up against our stake pocket, runs along through there. Gives it a really cool look. I think that's going to make it stand out a lot because I don't remember seeing a truck, this era of truck with a split bumper style like that. I'm sure there's one out there, I just haven't seen it. Then going into the bed, we've got a new wood setup. We had to raise the floor of the bed because of how low the truck is now with the roadster shop chassis. So really nice wood. We're gonna start working on what color we're gonna stain that. This center section is actually on an actuator, so it pivots up off a switch. Then you can access your fuel cell to put the fuel in there. We used 49 Chevy outer fenders for the inner fenders, so that's the same as right there. We've got all that fit to the truck. We've got the wood cut out to follow along through there. We've got the trim cut to follow. So all that's looking nice as well. We've got to build a lip on the inside of the bottom of those fenders, and then those are pretty well finished up. So this is almost ready to take down and start body work. We're getting really close on that. We don't have much time left, so we're really kicking it into high gear right now. I'm gonna get these panels finished up, which are dropping on the Sunday episode. So if you wanna see how all of this is actually coming together and all these hours of work and the fabrication involved to get it where it's at right now, keep checking out those Sundays because that's eventually going to drop. And I'm going to keep bringing you these walk around Wednesdays. So if there's anything specific that you know of around the shop, because I know a lot of you guys follow us on social media and we post a lot over there. If there's something you want to see, drop it down below. Let me know and I'll definitely get to that for you. Or if you just have any questions in general, this is a good spot to be able to ask them and I'll try to get them answered for you. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching as always. Hit that subscribe button. Every little thing always helps. And we're going to keep trying to get this truck done.